Hey Corpus, it's Bella.
And Bianca.
And we're back! So we know a bunch of you guys have a lot of questions about what's to come as the school year is around the corner, and so we are here to answer all your questions.
Be sure to keep an eye out for any more videos coming to the Corpus Christi website or Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, because we will be sharing a lot more exciting information on what we're going to be doing this school year. First, we're going to hear a message from our principal and vice principals, Mrs. Morrow, Mr. Brophy, and Mrs. Bullhauer.
Hey Longhorns, this is Mrs. Morrow, the principal at Corpus Christi. I'm so excited to welcome you back and to welcome our new grade 9s to the school. We have a great video to show you what school might be like your first day back. I've got my mask. I'm outside, no one around me, so I don't need to wear it. But as I head into the school, I'm going to be putting this on, making sure that it fits securely. And we're going to go for a little bit of a tour and let you know what the first day is going to be like. I just wanted to take this opportunity to welcome all of you back into our building. It's an exciting time for us. We want to make sure that you're safe and healthy, and that you know all of the expectations for that first day of school. Now I'm going to pass it over to our two vice principals. Mr. Brophy is responsible for students whose last names begin with the letters A to K, and Mrs. Bullhauer is responsible for students whose last names begin with the letters L to Z.
So we just wanted to welcome you all, new people to the building, and all of you who've already been here. This year there are a couple things that are a little different. We will be having hand sanitization centers everywhere within the school. And Mr. Brophy?
Yes, and you know, we've been here for a couple of weeks now preparing, making sure that all our protocols are ready to go, so everyone is going to be safe and ready to learn. So looking forward to having you back.
First up, we're going to talk about how to get into the building. So we got to mask up. So there are three main entrances to the building. The doors at the front, the doors by the CAF, and the doors by the student parking lot.
If you're not sure what we're talking about, that's okay. We're going to be showing you where to enter, as well as showing you a map on the screen.
Here's a brief overview of which door to use when you come. So when you come here in the morning, the door that you enter is determined by whatever floor you have your class on.
If your class is on the first floor, you'll be using the door at the back of the school to the right by the CAF. And if your class is on the second floor, you'll be using the doors at the back of the school to the left by the student parking lot.
And if your class happens to be on the third floor, you'll be taking the main doors right at the front.
If you're still confused about where to go, there are orange signs on each door to tell you if you should be taking that staircase. Always remember to sanitize using the hand sanitizing stations at every door when you enter and exit the building.
Okay, now let's talk about the hallway situation.
We're going to explain how to get to your class on your first day of school. You're going to be going to your period 1 class on your first day. Once you get to your floor, you're going to go directly to your classroom.
Another new thing and another new change at Corpus is that we no longer get to use our lockers.
Good news! You finally get to bring your bags to class. If you know how to get to your classroom already, great. But if you're new or you don't know where your class is, don't worry.
If you're ever lost on where to go, if you look down on the ground, you'll see green arrows pointing in the direction of each room.
Make sure to check those and they will take you where you need to go. You're only going to be having one subject in class every day, so you'll be entering the building going directly to your classroom, and after your class is over, you'll be exiting the building the same way you entered.
When you're walking in the halls, just keep in mind, always keep to the right side of the hallway.
This way we can ensure that everyone is properly social distancing walking in the hall.
So once you arrive to your designated classroom for the day, you will see that there are 2 desks and everything is spread apart. So one desk is for those who are in cohort A and the other desk is for those who are in cohort B. So you have to sit in the desk designated to your cohort.
Just to be clear, if you're in cohort A, sit in the desks marked A, and if you're in cohort B, sit in the desks marked B. Once you're at your desk, that's where you're going to stay for the rest of the morning. Try to avoid getting up so that we can minimize the spreading of germs.
You might be wondering, what do we do if we have to go to the bathroom? We have an answer for you.
If you need to take a washroom break or leave the classroom for any other reason, you're going to need to sign out.
Don't worry, it's super simple. So to sign out, all you have to do is use a QR code. And if you don't know how to use that, Bianca's gonna explain.
First of all, make sure your teacher's okay with you leaving the classroom just like normal. Then using your phone, you're gonna scan the QR code that's posted near the door of every classroom. This is super simple to do. Just open your camera, hold it over the QR code. You should be prompted to go to a Google Forms page. It will recognize who you are using your school email account. You'll indicate whether you're signing in or out, and once you submit your form, you're free to go.
Make sure you remember to always sign back in using the QR code whenever you come back to the class.
If you don't have a phone, don't worry. Your teacher has the ability to sign you in and out as well. So just ask your teacher. So I know a lot of you are probably wondering what days you're going to be in school and what days you're going to be learning from home. We've made separate videos explaining how it's going to work for both cohort A and B. You can go find a video explanation depending on what cohort you're in. There's one for cohort A and cohort B. You'll only have one subject in class every day. Some days you're going to be going to your period 1 class, some days you're going to be going to your period 2 class. So make sure you know which stairwell to use for each class.
Yeah.
Cohort C, you probably thought we forgot about you. We didn't.
We didn't. We may have, but
we may have a little bit. If you're in cohort C, that means that you've chosen the online route and you will be doing school 100% online.
So now it's time for some useful tips that we are going to share for you to help you with your return to the building come your first day. Tip number 1, bring a mask.
You will be given a mask that has been approved by the school once you arrive at your classroom. However, until then, you're going to need to be wearing a mask. Bring a mask on your first day. It's very, very important that you're in a mask.
And masks are mandatory, so bring one. Tip number 2, BYOD, which means bring your own device. Make sure your devices are always charged the night before, because when you're at Corpus and when you're in the classroom, you will not be able to do so.
It's super important that you bring a device, especially this year, because we will be using them a lot this year. If you don't have access to a device, don't worry, it's totally fine. You will be able to use one. However, if you do have access to a device, it's really important that you bring it.
So tip number 3, bring a snack for when we go on our 15-minute break.
Although we won't be having lunch in the building this year, you may be given the opportunity by your teacher to have a snack. So bring a granola bar, some water, things like that.
So tip number 4, make sure to always tune into Instagram in the morning. And I know checking social media in the morning is like a second nature to most of us, but here we will have daily updates about who's going to school, when, and what time.
Just in general, make sure that you're active on the Corpus Christi social medias and website, as well as the board's website, for any updates or announcements about what will be happening in school.
And in case you didn't know the Instagram handle to our school Instagram, here it is. Tip number 5, come in uniform.
As you can see, we're both wearing our Corpus uniforms. When you come to class, you still need to be in uniform. However, when you're doing online learning from home, you can wear whatever you want.
Stay social distance to prevent the spread of COVID-19, which you've probably heard a million times already, not even in school, but in general.
In case you don't know, you need to stay 6 feet or 2 meters apart from everyone around you. The desks have been arranged 6 feet apart from the other desks in your classroom, so it shouldn't be an issue there. But when you're entering the building and walking through the halls, just be aware that you're not getting too close to another person.
All right, tip number 7, always follow the signs in the school.
We know that this is a lot of information and it might be hard to remember, but that's why there are signs posted all over the building reminding you of the protocols we need to follow. Look out for the bright orange signs telling you things like where to enter, how many people are allowed in the bathroom at a time.
It's 3, by the way.
And follow all of the signs.
Thanks for watching, Longhorns. Hope this cleared up any confusion that you might have had.
We're so excited for the start of the school year and we can't wait to see you soon. Bye!